Hey guys, today we are checking out the TerraMaster TD2. It is a 2-bay professional grade RAID storage solution. To put it simply, if you are a serious content creator, then this is what you need to take your production to the next level. Let's check it out. Let me ask you, how do you store your precious media? For most of us, we started off with external hard disks. There's nothing wrong with that. It's cheap and an easy solution. But as your library grows into the terabytes, having 10 to 20 external hard disks is not an effective solution. Plus, it's not a safe one either because hard disks can fail. This is where RAID storage solutions come into play. RAID stands for Redundant Array of Independent Disks, and it comes in a handful of versions. The RAID versions supported on the TerraMaster TD2 is RAID 0, RAID 1, JBOD, and Single. Now I'm going to explain this very briefly. There are a lot of YouTube videos out there that can explain RAID storage better. So since this is a 2-bay storage, let's assume that I have two 10TB drives. In RAID 0, all the drives will be combined into one to make it 20TB. It's fast but doesn't provide any backup. In RAID 1, the drives will mirror each other, so you'll have a 10TB drive. This is slower but ensures data recovery if one drive fails. JBOD, which simply stands for just a bunch of disks, is similar to RAID 0 in which all drives are combined together and is technically better for smaller files in your array. Lastly, we have Single, which just shows your drives as single drives on your computer. With this setting, you'll see two 10TB drives on the computer. With that out of the way, let's take a closer look at the TerraMaster TD2. It is a 2-bay Thunderbolt 3 DAS. Wait, what? DAS? Yes, it stands for Direct Access Storage. You're probably more familiar with NAS, which stands for Network Attached Storage. However, I did not need the network capabilities, so I opted for the DAS instead. The device has an aluminum casing and it is built very well. I love how there's a handle on top to make carrying it much easier. On the front, you have your two hard drive bays, drive status LED, power status LED, and a power button. On both sides, you have nothing but the TerraMaster logo. Very sleek. Oh, you do get a sticker on the left hand side telling you how to configure the RAID storage. At the back, you have the power input, a Thunderbolt 3 port for the computer, another Thunderbolt 3 port for daisy chaining to another RAID storage, a display out port, a reset button, and the RAID configuration switch. For my setup, I went with two 6TB Western Digital drives in a RAID 1 setup. I know, they're not the fastest drives, but I'm simply using this for storage and backup. I won't be editing right off the DAS, which is something you can actually do if you put in some faster hard disk or even an SSD. This is achievable thanks to the blazing fast Thunderbolt 3 capabilities. Installation of the hard drives is dead simple. All you have to do is pull out the drive base, take out the side panel, insert the drive, put back the side panel, screw it in at the bottom, and then slide the drive back into the slot. That's it. Next, you'll have to set up the RAID configuration. This is done by switching the toggle to the appropriate configuration, power the device on, and press the reset button for 5 seconds. I'm mainly using this with the new M1 iMac. So as soon as you plug it in, it's going to say that the disk is not initialized. Don't worry, head over to Disk Utility and format it accordingly. I'm using macOS Extended for this setup because it does better with mechanical disks. Once that is done, you're ready to use your DAS. On the Blackmagic disk speed test, the DAS scored an expected value of 180 MB per second for both read and write speeds. However, don't let the number fool you because it has fast real-world performance. A 1GB file transfer only took less than 5 seconds. For me, that's fast enough. And like I said, if you include a faster drive, you can even directly edit off the TerraMaster TD2. So I've had this for about a few weeks now, and over that period, a handful of projects have been completed. I must say that I'm very happy with the TerraMaster TD2. Even though I'm using pretty average drives, it is honestly fast enough for my use case. On top of that, I have the added comfort of knowing that my precious media is backed up and can be recovered in the event of a single drive failure. Sometimes when I'm on the go, I also edit off the M1 MacBook Air, and since the laptop has Thunderbolt 3 ports, I can directly connect to the DAS without a problem. Like I said at the start of this video, if you are a serious content creator, this is something you need to take your production to the next level. It's not gonna make you edit faster or give you better ideas, but it's going to keep your files organized and ensure that there is a backup. I can say goodbye to all my external hard disks now that I have the TerraMaster TD2. If you guys are interested in getting the TerraMaster TD2, I'll include all the purchase links in the description box below. I know it seems a bit more complicated than just plugging in an external hard disk, but trust me, it is a piece of cake and this is the better storage solution. If you have any other questions, you can just drop me a comment. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!